We interrupt our travel vlogs to bring you an important life update.
We have traveled the world, and now it is time to settle down, start a family, and find a home.
Can we find the right place for us at the right price? This is like what I grew up with, and I'm not going back.
Welcome to the Happy Hoppe Home Hunt in this series of Finding Home. Do you think that's gator infested water?
100%. See, look at this, look at this. To have you fenced in for a reason, both keeping you in and something else out.
Yeah, that's true.
You can fly off when they're taking those corners. See ya. Cat hook.
Welcome back to the Happy Hoppe Home Hunt. We are in our second state. This morning, we flew from Indianapolis at 6 a.m. to Orlando, Florida. So, these two states, very different climates, but the reason that we are exploring both those states was because of the low income tax, low property tax, and you can get a starter home $100,000 less here or in Indiana versus in Colorado Springs. So that's kind of what is pushing us to explore other options. So much more traffic.
It's also rush hour.
Yeah.
In Orlando. So I could probably get used to the hot and humid climate. If you would have asked me this years ago, I probably said, no way. But after our world trip, you know, I kind of got acclimated to like the Philippines, for example, which was a fairly similar climate. The thing that I don't think I can get past is the thought of all the gators and snakes that are just everywhere. And the fact that, you know, I grew up in Minnesota where you can hop in the water, play in the water, whereas down here, you got gators in the water.
It's true.
So you got a danger in all those places. You kind of got to stay out unless it's a pool. And then you gotta still get these little tiny snakes that can be in there. Little, what kind of snake was it?
I don't know, but my arm's tired.
There's some kind of venomous snake that's like really small that can be in your pool. So you have to like make sure you check the pool before you hop in, even with that. So,
oh man,
those critters are what kind of get me, and I don't know if I can get past all that.
And this would be a big change for us because we both grew up in places that had 4 seasons. I grew up in Pennsylvania, Peter grew up in Minnesota. But at the same time, this is Florida, you know what I mean? Like, we're close to Disney, we love Disney. So right now, like, if you go south of Palm Beach, the housing is a lot more expensive than, you know, Colorado Springs. But if you are north of that, then it actually is a lot cheaper, $100,000 cheaper. Already though, I'm kind of thinking no to Florida.
I was thinking that before we came.
I mean, I was too.
But, I mean, Lisa really was interested, at least for time, until we realized how cool Indiana is. Now you're probably not as hot on the idea. But we still need to do our due diligence and just check it out.
Yeah.
It is, by the numbers and just looking at the facts, it looks like a good possibility or good option. So we'll just check it out and just see if we like it or not.
So Indiana, I thought it was gonna be a lot colder there than it was, but like, I don't know, it wasn't as cold as I thought. I mean, probably if you're in the northern part, you have the lake effects, but we, like in the southern part, it was really nice. I really liked it. So
definitely livable.
I didn't I don't think I thought that I'd like it that much. So now I'm looking at this, I'm like, nah, too much traffic. Obviously, we're not planning on living in Orlando, and that's where we are right now. So you would just be coming to Orlando for, you know, airport pickups, for us flying, and for visiting Disney, because that would be awesome to be that close to Disney.
And Orlando's only like 250,000 people, so it's not like huge by the numbers, but you have a ton of tourists coming in and flooding the streets too,
Millions
so.
and millions of visitors a year. What is the population of Metro Orlando?
Metro population.
Orlando's metro population
Oh,
is 2 million.
2.5 million.
There you go, okay. So
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
See, I like the idea of being warm, of being able to go to the beach, of having beautiful palm trees, and just like the landscaping, you know, it's really pretty.
I don't know if you can just sit on the edge though.
Get us on the edge and enjoy it? Yeah, you're probably right. They don't really have benches there, do they? You got me all freaked out now, Peter. So with traveling so much, there are some things that it seems like it is worth it to maybe pay a little bit more for. We just rented Enterprise back in Indianapolis, and then now we went with Advantage. And in Indianapolis, it was only a little bit more expensive for the Enterprise, and so that's why we did that. But here, it was like $100 more for just 3 days. You know, we just went with the Advantage. But just like customer experience and stuff, so it's like, Peter's like, if it's only like, you know, $20, $30 more, from now on, I think I do want to go with Enterprise, because there's the customer service is so much better. Also, I'll just take a quick note. So far, the people that we've interacted with, you know, have been nice, but not the same like friendliness of Indiana, and so that's also kind of pushing me towards Indiana too.
Yeah.
So the other thing that you have in Florida that you do not have in Indiana are a lot of toll roads. There's like one toll road in Indiana, and it's on the northern part, like going towards Chicago, and that's not really where we wanted to be.
Turn left onto West Fairbanks Avenue.
It's so nice not having to have toll roads. And in Pennsylvania too, because we did actually consider Pennsylvania for a little bit, because my family is close to there, and there's like one area that isn't too far from the airport and still affordable and all that. But you also have toll roads like everywhere you want to go.
Supposedly, because there's so many gators, you'll run across gator roadkill on the side of the road. So I'm kind of keeping my eyes peeled, trying to spot some.
Oh, that's pretty gross.
Anyway, we were taking the monorail ride. I was like looking at the rails outside, the railings, alongside of the monorail vehicle, what you would call it, alongside the train. I was looking at the rails alongside the train to see if I could spot any snakes wrapped around the railing. I didn't see any, but
he was looking.
I just pictured them everywhere. Although I went to school in the Panhandle, but that was up in the Panhandle, so it wasn't as far south.
Right. Yeah, did you ever see any snakes there?
No.
We're fine. Alright, so we only have one house over here, so I'm not going to go explore it. But over here, this is like Daytona Beach area. So there was one house that I had that was
Continue on I-95 north for 6 miles.
160 over there. These are all the ones we have houses saved in Florida as I was looking on Zillow. And then in Indiana, we had a lot. So we're going to Ocala next, and so here's Orlando, here's Ocala. I have quite a few saved houses around here. And so after that Ocala, we are going down and meeting up with Peter's aunt. It's been over 5 years since we have seen her, so that'll be really awesome. We just called her yesterday and was like, hey, can we come see you for like an hour? She's like, only an hour? But he's like, yep. So yeah, she lives kind of along our route, and so it will work out to see her, which will be fun. And we weren't sure our exact route, and so that's why we didn't reach out right away. But then we figured it out, and Should be good. We're just starting to enter the Ocala National Forest.
We've been driving here for miles and miles, over an hour now, and it's just all flat. There's no variation at all.
Definitely no skiing in Florida.
No skiing, no mountain biking.
There are some houses out here kind of in between the Ocala National Forest, but there's really not much. It's like a gas station and that's about it. Bears? No. Seriously? Bears in Florida?
Apparently.
Did not think I would be seeing that sign. Entering Lake County. So there's this huge Lake George over here. This is just the river part that leads out to the lake.
Somebody's got a nice boat.
Yeah. Are there alligators in Ocala, Florida? Alligators attacks on the rise. Ocala.com. Ah! There are gators everywhere in Florida. This one asking about, do I need to worry about my miniature horses in Ocala? No, alligators are not a common sight in Ocala. There might be some gators in Ocala National Forest. That's where we are right now. The campground. Would you feel safe camping?
No thanks.
So, yeah.
We wouldn't be outdoors near as much here.
Yeah.
We would get used to it. We'd get around people that do it and learn.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. Like, you could get used to it, I'm sure, but I was on the lookout.
You'd be so uneasy. Alright, finally some more signs of life.
Whoopie pies!
Whoopie pies. Whew, finally the sun came out. That has woken us up a little bit. We were both fading.
In 10 miles,
I still
turn
fall
right
asleep.
onto Northeast 60th Court.
You can't be falling asleep, you're driving. Riverside Estates, some homes here. Pretty flat, pretty outdated. Yep, this one
The
right
destination is on your right.
This one is listed for
Arrived.
$159, and it's 3 beds, 2 baths.
Yeah, the house itself looks nice.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, let's look at this house. But then, like, that house is probably one of the nicest in the neighborhood. And this was nice, too, next door. But it just seems pretty not lively.
Yeah, not seeing a lot of kids' toys.
No. Wouldn't be the best place to raise a family, I don't think.
No.
Alright, next. We'll go to the center of Ocala. Yeah, there's too much traffic here. Nice Starbucks. 3 new shops and then
That's it.
that was it. My conclusion after 2 hours is that Florida is a great place to visit, but it is not the place for us to live.
Good deal.
He didn't want to anyways. I mean, he was just looking at it because there were so many amazing houses, you know, for decent prices. That there are actually even better houses in Indiana for a little bit cheaper, around the same. So, yeah. If we move out of Colorado, I think it'll be Indiana. 65 acres of RVs. That is crazy. Don't want a hailstorm to happen here. Woo! Alright, we're coming into Bellevue, just a little bit south of Ocala. It's a little bit more modern. Just the signage and stuff.
My overall impression, unfortunately, I mean, maybe South Florida's different, but like North North Florida just feels very junky.
Yeah.
For an organized freak, it's not gonna work.
Hey, you called yourself a freak, not me.
There's no better day. It's time to get away.
So now we are on our way to see Peter's aunt for just a little bit. And she lives in the Villages. Yeah, this is nice.
Out of our budget.
And out of our age range.
That's it.
You have to be over 55, or I'm not sure. You have to be over a certain age to live in the Villages.
I wanna see it all. The world is open wide. I wanna feel alive. I hear adventure call.
There's more golf carts than cars.
Hey, hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way.
Alright, so it's super nice to see his aunt in the Villages. It was good talking with his Aunt Penny, just to kind of hear, like, you want to kind of be more so in the middle to be out of, like, the hurricane areas. And also in the middle is where the more affordable houses are too. So, hey, win-win. As you said, right here, you're an hour from the Gulf or an hour from the Atlantic. So, it's not far to either side. We just filled up on lunch, which was really good. I'm to stop and kind of take a break and kind of look at the rest of our route. And obviously we had planned on like going to like more like neighborhoods and like smaller like suburbs or different places. But now that we've kind of already decided, I mean, I know we decided fast, but we kind of just like, nah, probably not. Probably we don't want to move to Florida. We're like, all right, well, that's why you're making this trip right now, to make a decision. And yes, Florida is not for us. We still love the warm weather and we want to go to the beaches and things like that. So while we still have more time here in Florida, because we have this car for 3 days.
I explore all the nice parts.
Yep, so now we're gonna explore the nice parts because we're not gonna live here, so we might as well explore while we have the rental car. So I think the Hoppe house hunt is officially over.
Well, the home hunt.
Well, I have to know the...
Like the location that we want to go to, I would say yeah, but the house hunt is just beginning.
Yeah, that's true. I hope you enjoyed the vlogs from Indiana, and you can kind of see our thought process as we go through places. You know, needle in the haystack. The haystack is the US, and we're trying to find the one house that we want to be our starter home. And so it was first narrowing down the different piles of hay. I think we've narrowed it down now. So, yep. Thanks for coming along with us on this journey. And basically now it's actually just beginning. But we'll see you when we have a house, maybe.
We camp out in our car, sleep under the stars. Feels like the world is ours. Oh yeah. This is the good life. This is the good life.
Taking a turn to go left here, and the arrow went from green to yellow. I was plenty far back to be able to stop on time for that yellow light, so I started slowing down to stop, and the guy behind me in the SUV started honking his horn and waving his hand like, what are you doing? You need to charge through the yellow light. So anyway, the bus, there was 2 school buses over here to my left, so there's 2 turning lanes going left. They both went through. The second one, it was already red.
By the time he left the starting line.
The guy behind us went around me and through, and he was going through a red light the entire way through.
Oh my goodness.
He was just so mad and like just zooming around.
Could not live in Florida.
If you're late, don't cause an accident. Don't be stupid. Slow down. Take it easy.
Yeah, there's
just
no
plan
reason.
ahead better.
There's no reason to be that upset by not getting through a light.
Yeah, I mean, I understand there's probably something going on, or maybe you're late to something, but hey.
And that's our traffic spiel for the day.
Stay calm. Carry on.
Follow the desert roads to where no man goes. We can see it all.
The Honeybell orange is for sure the best orange I've ever tasted in my life.
We're gonna have to buy a bag.
It's amazing.
Drive on through the night and look up at the brightest sky. Can you hear adventure call? Hey, hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way.
Well, this was a fun stop. They had like juice samples in there and like samples of different fruit. We found out that we love Honeybell oranges. We could have shipped like 10 pounds back to Colorado for like 50 bucks, but instead we just bought 2 oranges. They were a little over $1 each, so much better. We got ice cream. It was buy one, get one with a coupon. Woo! It's like every house in the street was like 2 million.
In 800 feet, turn right onto 11th Avenue
Up to
South.
20 million. Like, really?
This is the good life. This is the good life. There's no better day. It's time to get away. I hear adventure.
So there are like 5 or 6, maybe 7 different areas of the Everglades National Park. So this is the Gulf Coast Visitor Center. We're gonna check this out. I don't think we're gonna do a boat tour because we don't have sunglasses, we don't have a zoom lens or camera.
Just really prepared for it. Really?
We're not, yeah, it's just extra.
Yeah, we're on the Gulf side, so to get to the Miami side, that's probably a nicer one, but too far. Wow.
Parents want to take a picture of you or no?
1.3 million acres. Might not be able to see on the window here, but there's like, yeah, you really can't. But there's all these little bugs, and Peter thought they were just dirt flying around, but whatever they were, they're biting me and they're nasty. I think we want to come back maybe.
Yeah, we like national parks.
Yeah.
We gotta check it out, it's something different.
But we'd better to fly to the Miami side. We're 2 hours from the Miami side right now, and so we're not really prepared to take a tour or anything. So, and by the time we get there, it'd be too late. So, we're gonna check out downtown. There was like an alligator tour. Look at that boat that just left. Oh man, oh man. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, thank you. Have a good day. A couple just told us that they saw like a huge alligator right over there out of the water. Not just like, you know, eyes peering, but like completely out. They just caught something to eat. Alright, so we just checked with them here. This one advertised that they did a boat show and a gator tour, so that was kind of unique. But we asked about it, and you can't just do the gator tour, you have to do the boat tour with it. And it's $42 for an hour tour, and then the show is just you being able to hold a gator and them talking about it. Looks pretty cool. There's like, that's about the average price around here, $40 to $45. And all of them seem to have like pretty good reviews. I looked at a couple. We were thinking about doing it, but again, we're not prepared.
I need a hat.
I need a hat. I need some.
Need a camera.
I need some bug spray because there's the annoying bugs that bite me. But anyways, all right, now we're gonna head up to Disney.
Now the world is ours.
We're going to Disney Springs. Woo! Walt Disney World, where dreams come true. It's currently 10 o'clock, and I just realized for the first time that we're both wearing red, because then I see myself in there. Usually I don't look at myself and look at him at the same time, so, oh well, both wearing red today.
I had this laid out last night.
I know, I had my laid
dressed first.
I had mine laid out last night, but I wasn't dressed first. Anyways, we're flying out today at like 5 p.m. So we'll start making tracks towards the airport probably around 2. It'll give us like 4 hours to hang out at Disney Springs.
The right lane to take the ramp to
Okay.
Epcot Resort area, then keep right at the
The
fort.
Tower of Terror.
Too funny.
Ah.
Keep right at the
You
fort.
gotta put your past behind you. Look, kid. Bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right? Wrong! Then maybe you need a new lesson. Repeat after me. Hakuna Matata.
Sorry, just stopped for gas, and now we're going back to the airport, drop off our car, and go back to winter. It was nice for a couple of days to be in such warm weather, but I'm glad we made this trip to confirm that Florida is not for us to live.
Indiana, here we come.
Head south toward Florida 482 East.
Still a hard decision on that one.
Oh, I think we're pretty much ready to make it.